the vision of our educational structure is to put in place different avenues and paths so that people can explore their Jewish journey. So although everyone chooses an individual path, it's for the greater good of forming a Jewish community that people could feel a part of. So our Kindergarten Aleph program has a co-op model that allows for parents to participate in the entire day so that they can have a feel of what their child is experiencing each week. We are using our hands, our language, and our voices to be able to express who we are as Jewish people. We just had a sustainable food program, which was a fabulous program that engaged people through all their senses. It was smelling the food, touching the food, they made it themselves, tasting the food, seeing the food, and then exploring how they felt about making the food through a Jewish lens. How did it connect them to who they are as a Jew?
We had a unit on ethics, and so I found a site where you can put up a question and it goes up on the screen, and it's sort of a live text wall.
We had a texting class where we had Rebecca, our teacher, would put this website on the board, and we would take the number with our phone and she would put a question up and we would type in our answer, and then we could comment on other people's answers.
And it's anonymous so that you don't have to feel worried about what you're saying. I wanted them to really be honest about themselves. And also, in addition to that, there are ways to have sort of a multiple choice question, and as they choose their answer, a live graph appears and changes continuously with every vote that comes in. And this kind of debate really allowed them to talk to each other about it, because while they didn't know who answered which way, they could see that everyone sort of felt differently. So it was a great conversation.
The purpose of Ashokan is for them to see and experience living Jewishly. So from morning till night, they experience living in a Jewish community, saying brachot before and after meals, experiencing hiking through a Jewish lens, experiencing play.
Best vegetable interpretation.
And broccoli.
Sarah? Anna.
Tomato.
We offer this as a way to get away from their daily grind and be able to step back and experience Shabbat being in the midst of a Jewish community. Brayrot formed because we felt that it was very important for our community to understand that prayer is not always just sitting in a pew, and that prayer can be experienced living. Like the V'ahavta said, you shall experience things as you walk on your way. You shall experience things as you get up. And we want Judaism to be a part of each of our daily lives. The Brayrot structure is a way that kids could have an avenue into prayer. We also have options for adults. They could come to Parshat HaShavua, which is studying the Torah portion of the week. They could come to family services that include children and adults of all ages. That prayer service allows for that intergenerational experience.
Personally, I love the fact that my kids, actually I'm not just dropping them off and telling them to go and do their thing. I'm actually participating with them. They see me go to a class, they see me doing Bible study, and they see that it's something that's important to me as well. So I'm not just telling them what to do, I'm leading them by example, which is something I think is important.
So the adults have been studying the Torah portion with me or Jody, Rabbi Jody, in a way that, again, really tries to touch on the relevance of the text to their lives. And the kids are also learning in their classrooms with their peers. And then we're coming together, and then we're, in a sense, recreating that moment of standing at Sinai.
It's sort of like the synagogue is like so great, and it's great that everybody's together and everything, and I don't really want to like just stop.